Do we need police officers? Yes, we do. Now, before I move on, if this is your first time seeing any of my videos and you just appear to see this video, go check one of my videos. I did about 4 or 5 videos on George Floyd and how it affected my family and how it changed the direction of how I had to move as I got older, right? At the age of 8, I seen it all right in front of my face, right? So if you go see that before you see this, because you might see this and be like, oh, this guy is crazy, but it's common sense, yo. It's just fucking common sense, right? So, do we need authority? Of course we need authority. Of course we need authority. And people say, well, why are you making this video now? You know, it's not about the police officers. It's about George Floyd. Well, I did show you the effects that happened to my family and the effects that's happened to everybody out here. And mostly everybody, I have some problems with the police, right? But whose fault is that? It's the police fault. Like I said, they had time to clean up. Now let's get straight to the point. Do we need police officers? Yes, we do. But we need good police officers. You see, all that's happening right now, you've been lost the faith of police officers. You've been lost the faith of the people trusting the police officers. You've been lost this. Now you got this protest all over the United States and the world, and in between and during the actions of the protests, you got racist cops that can't control their anger. You see, this is what happens when they're under pressure, right? They apply pressure to people, right? Individual times and days, and people videotaping and stuff like that. But then, when it's a whole and everybody's applying pressure, people that's racist, and they can't control that. They can't control that. So what happens? They lash out. They lash out. And this is what's going on in the protests right now. They can't control that kind of anger. So what happens is you making things escalate. You see what happened in the protests in New York, in Brooklyn over there by Flatbush and St. Mark's, when the two patrol cars ran into the people? That officer shouldn't be there. He probably has violations up the yin yang, and he's still patrolling. And this is what I'm talking about. You got to weed these guys out when they have violations on certain things. You know, you can't have a police officer beat somebody up across the head this week, and then next week he puts another person in a coma, and you still putting them out here in the streets, because shit escalates. And when shit escalates, what happens? You're above the law, and you allow these cops to think they're above the law. And then what happens? A knee to the neck. The cop is remaining silent while he's doing it, right? He's remaining silent. Well, he has the right to remain silent regardless of if everybody's begging and pleading, right? That's his given right. To kill Floyd with a knee in his neck for 8 to 9 minutes without saying a word. See what I'm saying? So, yes, I believe that the officers around this world and in the United States, they need to clean up these people, because people have different agenda, and you can't be pushing your agenda on public servant time. You serving the public. I serve the public, okay? I help people, right? But officers, y'all have authority. But guess what? Y'all human first. Y'all human first, and I understand that. Common sense. Let's play a role. Let's play a role, right? I'm driving, I get pulled over. That racist white cop just had a issue at home where he found his wife fucking around with a black guy, right? Well, I'm not the black guy fucking around on his wife, but I fit the description. Now let's change the role around now. I'm a white guy driving around, and this black officer pulls me over, right? But this black officer got a problem with me because a white man just took his black sugar away, right? And I fit the description of a white man. Regardless, if it's not me, he got some kind of issue that his wife went with a white guy. So there's no superiority with this shit. It's just circumstances. And you don't want to be somebody else's circumstance, because they're human before they're officers. Just having the authority on top of being a human can make it worse. Like I said, you can make a good cop or bad cop like this, depending on the circumstances in his life, right? Plus, if he's that kind of person that can't hold his temper. Plus, on top of that, if he's racist. Because like I said, when you racist actions show. You can hide it as much as you want. But when the masses is applying pressure like we are now, the way we are applying pressure right now on these officers, there's some officers taking a knee, there's some officers agreeing with us, but there's some officers that can't hold their anger in. And they hate to see the majority of us protesting against racist cops. I ain't say good cops, racist cops. So this is common sense and this is human nature. Don't let nobody be your circumstance. Just like how I deal when I'm driving my vehicle, right? If I get pulled over a cop, you know what I do? Before I get pulled over, certain things I do. One, my license. Well, my license is in my wallet all the time. But my insurance and registration is in my visor, my glass visor here, or right in my glove compartment. So when I hear whoop, whoop, well, that's the sound of the police, right? Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast, right? Well, I don't know that officer and what's his agenda on serving public time. I don't know. He's human before he's authority. So you know what I do? And this is how I handle it. So as soon as I hear that pop, I put my license registration and I grab my license right away before I pull over. I pull over, he comes to the car. What do they always ask? License, registration, insurance. So why do I have to reach over here with my hand to the glove compartment? Why I have to go in this glove compartment and reach right here to get, you see how I'm reaching right now to go in here? Why I gotta reach under the seat to find my shit? Everything should be there. So when he comes, I have it right here on my dashboard with my hands on my fucking steering wheel to show that officer that I ain't no threat. That's one. Because guess what? You think I'm a threat already. Okay? Two, he's going to ask for it. I'm going to hand it to him where he see my hands. I give it to him. He's going to ask me, do you want to know why I pulled you over? And I'm going to say, I didn't say no. I just said, why you do that? Well, I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to remain silent. So this is how I do shit, man. Right? So he takes the license, the registration, insurance. He goes in the car. He said that he probably saying this guy's a wise ass. He don't want to talk. So we're going to fuck with him. But they always fuck with you regardless what you do. So he going to wait in the fucking car an hour, maybe 2 hours. Let me push it to 3 hours because I waited in the car for at least fucking 3 hours one time. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. He's going to come back and he's going to ask me the same fucking question. Do you want to know why I pull you over? And I'm going to go, it's your right to remain silent. The man is human before he's an authority figure. That means you don't know what the fuck is going on with his day. Sometimes what you say and actions going back and forth, you don't see the agenda behind it. Like I say, you don't know if his wife cheating on him. You don't know if his little baby's sick in the hospital. You don't know if somebody just beat up his family that fits your description. You don't know the circumstances, and it goes both ways, black and white. We all don't know what's going on in people's lives. Everybody has a life before they have a job, okay? So you don't fuck with people because this is human nature. Just like I said, human nature is when you home. Remember I made a video about that? When you home, you fucking mad at your better half, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, and she's mad at you, and the next thing you know, she gets so fucking tempered, she pick up something and she throw it, and she breaks it. Or she gets mad and breaks the TV. Well, guess what? That's human nature. You break your own property. That's your shit. We see it in movies all the time. Breaking glass and shit in the house. Well, that's the same what the protesters had in the very beginning. They broke shit. Yeah, there's looters. Those are thieves. But there's people that will break shit when they're mad. And whatever you do in your house and you break your property, guess what? You got to pay for it. And that's what's going on out here in the community. Because people are saying, fuck everybody, fuck everything. I'm pissed. Decades and decades of built up anger. And they fuck up their own community. What's the natural response? I have no problem with that. These stores got fucking insurance. Deal with it. Okay? That's how it goes. Sorry for the small businesses, but sometimes there's sacrifices that goes on when you have a meaning. I'm sorry to say that, man. And sometimes good cops, just like there's good cops out there right now, they suffering. Because all this time you didn't want to, you had the cold blue and you didn't want to say nothing. So remember, what goes around comes around. What you reap, use what you sow. So like I said, when the cop asked me, do I want to know why I got pulled over? Because I just want to minimize. I want to minimize all. Matter of fact, you could put a sign on your mirror here saying I don't answer any questions. It's the law. You don't have to answer anything. That's probable cause to beat your ass. Well, the cop is an asshole. He gonna beat your ass regardless if you're talking or not. If that's what he wants to do, or kill you. You don't have to say one word. But you always videotape your shit. So is your word against his? No, because you got the videotape saying, listen, I ain't say a fucking word. I gave him what he wanted. He sat there for 2 hours. He gave me the shit. And all of a sudden I got a club upside my head. But for what? You didn't say nothing. He pulled you out the car for what? You didn't say a word. So now he mad at you because you ain't say a word? Listen, it goes the reverse way. Most of the time, and as I keep telling my black brothers, my Latinos, Native Americans, anybody, even the same color, if you're white, don't fucking say nothing, because even though you fight for your right, let me tell you something. Black people, let me tell you something right now. We love to, me too, right here, I love to win an argument. I love to win an argument. I'm not going to stop until I win an argument. But in this situation, you're wrong, even though you're right. Think of it. You know you're right. And that's why you got all that pinned up anger, because you're like, what the fuck you pull me over? No, my light is not broken. No, I didn't make an illegal turn. No this, no that. You're right. But they're just pulling you over because maybe they didn't like the car you driving. Whatever. You just black. Whatever. But realize this. Even though you're right, you are wrong in their eyes, and they don't give a fuck if you're right. They're just making sure that whatever agenda they got, hopefully you will open your mouth and make shit worse. Because like I said, it's not being quiet and humble and, you know, people take advantage of you. Because guess what? Plenty of times I see people open their mouth and the cops bust their ass. More than I see people being quiet. You know how many times I see people in the hood, they going on and on and on and on. Not to say it's their fault. Because they have their right to talk and they have their right to shut up. So all I'm saying, majority of the time, when I people see it going back and forth, cops ain't trying to hear that they wrong. They ain't trying to hear. That's human nature. Plus, I got the gun, I got the belt, I got the baton, I got the stun gun, I got the mace, I got everything. And guess what? You know what that's saying? Wrong is strong. Even if the cop is wrong, he's gonna be fucking strong with all the fucking belts, the guns, and everything. So all I'm saying, I see people that talk their piece and they get their ass whipped. And then I see people that never say anything, they be on their way. And then I see guys that argue with the cops and they get away with it. Because that cop is humble and he said, you know what, fuck it. Right? But guess what? Your chest is big. You thought you win the war. You thought you won that little war, right? So you do it 2 or 3 times. What cops is like, all right, whatever, man. I you know what? But then you meet up with that one fucking cop with a bad day. And guess what? You met your match, bro. So don't think because you get away with it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, just like how the officer that killed George Floyd, he had 18 violations. 18 violations. He thought he was above the law because his own precinct did not fire him. Attorney generals didn't do their job. Internal affairs didn't do their job. So shit escalated. He thought he could get away with it. He could sit on somebody's neck for 8 to 9 minutes, watch people beg and plead, and he stayed the right to remain silent. So back to what I was saying. Do we need police officers? Yes, I believe we do. But at this moment right now, you can't gain the trust of the community no more, of the world. Because you all keep escalating shit. And this shit, 11 days of protests? Come on, man. This is going to keep going on. And I guarantee you, it's going to keep going on unless that man is in the jail forever. 30 to 40s of life. That's it. No bail. No good, being on a good condition to get bail. And none of that shit. You'll be in jail for life. This is what you got to do in order to calm this down. I'm just being honest. This is what you got to do to calm this shit down. If you don't, well, shit's going to escalate, man. It's just going to keep escalating, man. You want these riots to stop? Riots, protests to stop? I'm going a little bit over my head because I can see there's riots if this motherfucker is not guilty, or he gets a lesser plea, or he gets less time. I can see riots. So I use the wrong word now. Protest. Shit. I can see that. But we do need it because cops and humans that's not cops. I'm sorry. I'm not that artistic, with my words, okay? Just deal with it, all right? They're no different, man. Anarchy? I'm scared of the cops. But I'm scared of fucking people too, man. I'm scared of people too. They ain't no different from the cops. No difference if you give them more than an inch, a yard, a mile, and they keep fucking people up. Your own community, you got to be worried about your own community if it ever comes to anarchy. I'm just being honest. The other day, right, I'm driving, see this guy drunk. I think he was Spanish. He was a drunk guy, right? He drunk, and he's fucking with people. But everybody know he's drunk. But instead, you got these young guys punch him in his face, kicking him in the stomach, all this shit. Now, in my head, is that fucking necessary? Is that fucking necessary? The man's drunk or he's high on something. I don't know if he's drunk or he's high on something. But I think he was high on some shit, man. And he was just fucking with people. He's high. He's fucked up. There's no need to fuck him up. What you could do is put that nigga in a headlock, hold him down, and get the cops to get him. But the human beings ain't no different from cops. You give them an opportunity, they'll fuck you up. They'll fuck you up, man. Regardless if you drunk or you high on something, PCP, whatever the fuck you on. Instead of subdue that man, hold him down, wait for the cops to come and give that man, because he's no good to the community at the time. He's on some kind of substance. That's it. But don't get this shit twisted. The community will fuck you up in a heartbeat. And if there's no rules to this game, well, only the strong survive. And the weak will either perish or gotta bow down to whoever when it comes to anarchy. I'm just being honest, man. Just being honest, man. So yes, we do need police officers, but the police officers gotta do their job right. They gotta do their job right, and everything will be nice and curry. Nice and spicy and curry. But no, don't work that way. Well, anyway, listen. Like I said, I got friends that's cops, and we talk, and I said to him, man, listen, this is decades and decades, hundreds. Listen here, man, I know y'all got a cold blue, man, but when you see one of your officers do wrong, I know you don't want to say nothing, but listen, if they got violations, someone gonna have to give, man. Someone gonna have to give. And the way I see it, these bad racist officers, they hang themselves. You don't even need the cold blue from the good cops to rat on the bad cops. Because guess what? When they do shit wrong in the community, they get complaints, they get violations. Everybody know their badge number. So they got a pile of shit like this. Why the fuck is he still working? Why don't you, let's say he got minor violations. Put him on desk duty. You can't come out. Then If he comes out and shit's escalating, we fire him. Because his racist agendas, with being an authority figure, he's using public servant time to push his fucking racist agenda. And we don't need that, man. It's not that we don't need cops. We do need cops, man. We need good cops, man. I hate right now. I fucking hate. As much as the cops fuck my life and my father's life, I hate to see. Let me tell you something what I don't like. I don't like seeing women, children, elderly, animals. I don't like nobody that's weaker get mistreated. I don't. Even somebody's drunk, okay? Their mind is not there. I don't like that, man. I don't like that. There's other ways to deal with shit. But when you have weak people and you have strong people just fucking them up, I can't stand that shit, man. I really can't, man. That's some pussy, that's some fuckboy shit, man. I really don't like that, man. And I can't say, and that's why sometimes when I see a boyfriend or girlfriend walking across the street, next thing you know, this nigga smack the shit out of her. I want to get out and say something, but I always know that relationships is different. That's the different circumstances, because I could get out and bust that nigga ass because I ain't like what I see, but at the end of the day, she's going to take his side. So, certain situations, you see what I'm saying? Black, white, and there's a gray area. Yeah, I might not like that man smacking that woman upside her head. I might not like it, and it gets my anger boiling. But at the same of the day, time and time again, I see these women stay with them, and they're used to that. That's not my life with them, okay? But other than that, I don't like to see people that can't defend themselves or not strong enough to get hurt. I just don't like it. I don't care if you have a uniform on or you just an individual fucking with people. I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it. Fucking abusing animals. None of that shit I'm with. None of that shit I'm with. So yes, at the end of the day, we need cops, but we need good cops. And if any of those cops out there listening to me, man, just bear through this, bro. Because it always goes down like this. Good cops get fucked up and the bad cops get away with shit. That's the way it is, man. So the title was this. I mean, do we need good cops? Do we need cops? Yes, I do believe we need cops. We need authority figures. Because like I said, human nature is no different. These motherfuckers, if it's anarchy out here with no rules, you best believe there'll be a lot of violence out here. Hey, no different, yo. Yeah. Y'all have a nice day, man. It's nice out and humid out here in Brooklyn. Enjoy the weather and blessings, yo. Peace.